we are doing a fun project. We are starting our tulip bulbs. So we have about 2,500 tulip bulbs that we bought to get spring flowers this year. And they have been in my refrigerator for like 8 weeks at this point. It's the 1st of December, so they've been there since the 1st of October. And we are going to get them planted in a couple of crates so that we can get them started so that hopefully we'll have tulips by Valentine's Day. So I will show you what we've got going on. All right, so these are the crates. So these crates are what you get bulbs in, but I'm going to use them to plant them. So I've got cardboard in the bottom of this to hold the dirt in, and then we're going to fill them up with, put some dirt in the bottom, fill them up with tulips, and then cover them with dirt and put them back in our fridge. So we have our bags of tulips. These are just a small part of what I've got. We've got our potting soil, and we are going to take the potting soil, we're going to put a small layer on the bottom, then we'll put the tulips in, and then we'll cover them with potting soil. And then they will go back into the fridge.
So whenever the roosters oval, you want me to put them with the layers or with where I put the other roosters?
Put them with the other ones.
The other roosters, okay.
Yeah.
They're only 7 weeks old. They're not very old yet.
When you're putting them in the crates, or when you're putting them in the ground too, for cut flowers, you can put them really close. You can put them, they say, like eggs in an egg carton. So you can put them really close so that you can get a lot in there. Gives you, just make sure that you have enough space for all of them that you're growing. Plus it makes them stretch a little bit more to get longer stems, which is what we want for cut flowers. So in these bulbs, we're not going to save, tulips are an annual, so we are not going to save the bulbs for next year. Tulips, I shouldn't say that. Tulips are an annual where we are. So we are not going to save these bulbs for next year. We're going to just pull them up and then discard the bulbs. There won't be anything left. They won't have any energy for next year, so they will be done after this first year. I've read that you can just dump bulbs rather than having to put them all standing straight up. You can just dump them when you're planting them. But because I'm planting them in the crates, I want to make sure I can fit in as many as possible. So I'm standing them each up. But when I plant them in the ground, I'll probably just dump them. It just saves that much more time. We're planting these now, hoping that we will have them blooming by Valentine's Day for Valentine's Day bouquets. Some of these you can see are already starting to grow, which is okay. We're going to put them in here, and then we're going to put them in the fridge for another 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, so probably 1st of December, probably in January when we are done with the holidays, we'll get them out and put them in, bring them outside. So they'll be in the ground for another couple weeks to get some extra cooling. We'll keep them in the fridge for 2 weeks to get some extra cooling. Give them some time to grow some roots while they're in the ground, and then we will bring them out into the sun and into the warmer temperatures to get them to grow. Wake them up. So I'll put some pictures on the screen of the kind of tulips that these are. We have Impression Mix, we have Creme Fraiche, we have Bella Blush, and then we have Brisbane. This one's some fancy tulips in here. All right. So put those. So it looks like we can fit about 100, like 80 tulips in a crate. That's good to know. I have no idea. I think I have 6 or 8 crates. I'm hoping to be able to get filled up. We don't have a cooler room yet. Someday I hope we do, but right now we don't. So we are just doing, putting them in. We have an extra fridge in our shop. So I'm hoping we can get an extra fridge that we can get or I don't know how many we can get into the fridge with the crates. I'm hoping we can get at least 3 or 4 crates in the fridge, and then we will, I don't know what we'll do with the rest. Probably just wait until January to plant the rest of them. So then we're going to cover them up with 2 to 4 inches of soil. When you're planting bulbs, you want to plant them at least as deep as the bulb is tall. Some people say double the bulb height. So you want to make sure that they're planted deep. That way they get nice long stems on them, especially for when you're using them for cut flowers. All right. All right, so those ones are all tucked in, and we are going to do a few more crates. So you want to water the tulips so that they're moist but not soggy. So you want to make sure that you're giving them enough water that it goes all the way down to the bulb. You're not just watering the top. Are you watering? You want to help water?
Yeah. I want to hold it.
You want to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's fill it back up. You can help water the next one. So we're going to let that sit, let the water soak down. Hopefully whatever's extra on it will drain out. And then we'll take them all into the shop at one time, into the fridge. There you are, Annie. Baby girl, planting some tulips. Would you like to help me? We're going to plant them in these crates and put them back in the fridge because they have to stay cold for a while. Because that's how tulips grow. They have to get cold. Isn't that kind of funny? So we're going to put them in here. And then we're going to put them in back in the fridge to be cold. No, just don't take them out.
We're trying to stand them up. We're gonna put them like this. See how I'm standing each one up? Yep. Stand them up with the pointy end up. Yep, like that too. Yep. Good job. Right next to each other. Yep, like that. Right next to each other. Yeah, it's fun. This one might be a little bit too close, but that's okay. There's a faucet on
Okay, I am not done yet, but I am out of potting soil. So I am done for now. So let me show you what we got planted today. I got 4 crates planted. So I have 3 stacked over there, I have 1 here. I have 2 more crates to plant, which I think is about enough. I figured out I could get about 100 bulbs in each box, in each crate. And these are 20 bags, have 25 each in them. So I've got, that will be 100. Looks like I will need more crates. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 100 in there. I've got 175 more. I've got like, plus another 75. I've got like 250. So I have like 250 bulbs left to put into crates. These are all tulips that are early bloomers that I want to be able to have ready for Valentine's Day. So I'm trying to get them into crates so that I can have them ready to go for Valentine's Day. So I gotta look around, see if I have any more crates. If not, I'm gonna either have to track some down or figure out somewhere else to plant them. Maybe if I got some, like I have a bunch of egg crates, like the taller square boxes. I wonder if I could do those. Those would be harder to get into my fridge though. So I don't know, we'll figure that part out. But let me show you the tulips so you can see what will be blooming. I'm super excited about them. They're gorgeous. So I didn't do my homework very well. So some of these, I planted some that I probably shouldn't have planted, but I'm not going to pull them up. So these angeliques are what I planted. They're beautiful double pink, very fragrant, but they're a late bloomer. And what I was trying to do is only plant early bloomers in these crates, but I don't want to pull them up. So we're going to just leave them in here, and they'll just be in the crates for longer. And then I planted a whole bunch of doubles tulips. Double tulips tend to be an earlier bloomer, so I planted those early. There's early, mid, late season blooming tulips, and so late season ones don't do great for us here because we're too warm, but I don't know. I'm hoping they'll be okay in the fridge. So we have Angelique, we have Double Shake, which is a beautiful like white and pink tulip. Avant-Garde, which is a beautiful yellow double tulip. I tried to do most of these pinks and reds and whites because of Valentine's Day, but I threw some yellow in there because I thought they'd be really pretty. They're a really pale yellow. I thought that'd be pretty with some of these pinks and whites. And then this is a Purple Pride, which is kind of a lavender color tulip, and then Finola, which is another pink tulip. And we have Pink Impression in this one with a bunch. These are doubles mixed that have all different colors of tulips, so we'll see what those end up being. So there's some different thoughts with flower farming, and some people say if you're a first-year farmer, you should just stick to the basics and plant what you know and get good at those. And other people say try things out and see what works for you and what doesn't. And because I'm not a new grower, I'm just new to doing the flower farming, and to a lot of the flowers specifically, I'm trying different stuff because I don't know what tulips are actually going to do well for us here. So I want to make sure that I want to see what does do well, and then I can try those again next year instead of putting all my eggs in like 2 or 3 different kinds of tulips and they don't work out. So we're playing around with all the different kinds this year, and I'm planning way more than I need. So because I am testing stuff out and I'm trying to see what's going to work and how all of this works as a flower farm. So we So we're just gonna play and see what happens this year. So these are all going to go, I'm gonna try to get these into the fridge, clean up my mess out here. Get these into the fridge as planted in the crates, and then you'll see I also have a bunch of other ones in the fridge as well. Okay, ignore my mess of a shed that I have happening right now. This has been our dumping ground for doing our house projects. So we're working, this is one of our winter projects to get our shed cleaned out. But let's see what I have in here. I have a fridge full of tulips and a fridge full of condiments that I need to take inside. So we're gonna try to get, I'm hoping I can stack 4 crates in here. If not, what I'm gonna do is turn up the temperature on the freezer so it's not quite so cold, and put crates in the bottom as well. And then you can see I still have tons more tulips that I need to plant in the ground, but these will not be going in the ground until probably 1st of January. I'm gonna let them stay cold in the fridge a little bit longer, and then 1st January we'll get it in the ground because these are the later bloomers. So here we go. I feel like I just had a wrestling match, but tulips are in the bulbs. We have 4 crates of tulips that are planted. We have another 2,000 tulips that are in the warmed up freezer. And I've got another 250 tulips. Oops, I stepped on a bulb. I've got another 250 tulips that I need to find a space for. I think I'm gonna be able to fit them. I'm just gonna put them right here on top until tomorrow when I need to find places for their crates. But all right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. If you want to be part of our flower CSA weekly subscription, go ahead, sign up at the link below. If you are part of our subscription, you have beautiful, gorgeous tulips to look forward to, hopefully in mid-February. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.